No, I never expected to see a universe where John Wick's mentor decided to retire, let himself go, and become the Mountain from Game of Thrones. But here we are. Welcome to the Eastern Labyrinth. If you stuck around after that intro, you're probably wondering, what the hell am I even talking about? Well, today, we're diving into Sakamoto Days, and you'll see exactly what I mean by that. We start off with the titular assassin, Sakamoto, making short work of some mooks. Somebody call the Joker. His clowns will be making it to today's plot because they got turned into mulch. Yes. After a quick overview of what this absolute menace has done over the years, we see him step into a convenience store and immediately fall head over heels for the cashier, named Aoi.
Huh?
Good evening, how are you?
First time.
You know, I don't know what is with protagonists and love at first sight. First, you got Chiro. Now this guy. Who's next? Hercules? Oh. Oof. I just remembered. Yeesh. Moving on? Fast forward the clock 5 years, and we see that Sakamoto and the cashier have gone on a date, got married, had a kid, which is just adorable, and our once a lean assassin, who probably could have bounced a coin off his abs, has evolved into the Mountain, before his own vacation, that is. I guess married life really agrees with him. But don't let his dad bod fool you. This man has not gotten any weaker. Enter Shin!
Pretty impressive. Ballpoint pen to the carotid artery is a rough way to go. I saw what you were thinking. Mr. Sakamoto, it's been a while. I'm Shin the Clairvoyant.
It's time to bring Sakamoto back into the life, or taking him out for good. I wasn't joking about the John Wick comparisons. This whole set screams, retired assassin gets dragged back in. Of course, Sakamoto gives him the equivalent of a screw you! Which means Shin has no choice but to try to kill him. Big mistake. Because when you're dealing with a being beyond John Wick, who's already displaying feats beyond human. I mean, did you see those falls that man has taken over the years? You know, he should have been dead multiple times over, or at least crippled. You better leave that dragon alone, me boyo, unless you want to get burnt to dust. Right, Dosai?
Hallowed are the Ori.
And so we get 2 minutes of a beatdown that is so absolutely deserved. Sakamoto is so crazy. Remember that John Wick's most impressive feat, other than the fact that he's basically unbreakable, is the fact that he killed someone with a pencil. Yeah, as if the Joker hadn't done that already.
I'm gonna make this pencil disappear.
Sakamoto over here decided, oh, I see you, I'm gonna one-up you. Literally deflecting a bullet with hard candy using just his mouth. He shot it out of his mouth and it literally just diverted. Look at this. This is nuts! And, you know, the one big advantage, asterisk, big advantage that Shin should have, his ability to read minds, turns out to be completely useless because Sakamoto can literally just shut down his thoughts so that way Shin can't read them.
Oh, great. He's hiding his thoughts.
Talk about liability. Damn. And then, after a little bit more tussling, a single solid kick, Sakamoto sends this man flying through shelving and knocks him out so cleanly, I literally expected him to be dead, to be fair. And frankly enough, so did Shin, because when he woke up, literally upstairs, recovering, instead of, you know, being sent to the afterlife, both Shin and I were both like, what the heck just happened?
Where the hell am I?
On the 2nd floor of the store.
Here's something I don't understand. You just got your butt kicked by a guy with minimal effort, and he took you in, allowed you to recover, and now you're having dinner with the family. And your mind comes with the thought process of, oh, maybe the food is poison.
What the hell is going on here? He knows my mission. Maybe it's poisoned.
Dude, why would he poison the food? Why? He had hours to kill you. Why would he need in any way, shape, or form to poison you? That's dumb. But hey, look, that's what he thought. After crying a little bit, Shin decides to leave and goes back to his boss, who is writing that Shin failed. Ugh. And so he decides that it'd be a good idea to send an entire squad to finish the job. Now, you'd think after Sakamoto completely destroyed this telepathic assassin, this guy would reconsider attacking him, right?
Wrong!
Instead, in his infinite wisdom, he decides that since he has an army, Sakamoto is basically smoke. That's literally what Loki said to Tony Stark.
I have an army. We have a Hulk.
Yeah, no. Sakamoto is the Hulk in this instance. This is the dumbest decision ever made. Well, not really. There's been a lot more stupider decisions, but in this instance, very dumb. So, Shin tries to reason with his boss, literally offering his own life in order for Sakamoto to keep his. But somehow, this boss literally forgot that Shin is telepathic.
If you put a bullet in your own brain, I'll spare Sakamoto. Yeah, right. I'd never do that, you worthless fool. Now hurry up and die.
Yeah, I heard that.
How the hell you forget that this man is a telepathic assassin? It's his one defining trait. It's why you would send someone like him to go after Sakamoto in the first place, because he has that tactical advantage, which just turned out to be useless. Despite Sakamoto being able to completely counteract it, these mooks? Nah, not even close.
You're gonna be Swiss cheese. Huh?
Before all of a sudden, Sakamoto shows up and gets to work. Now, here's the thing. Sakamoto had planted a listening device on Shin at some point when he was sleeping. And so Sakamoto heard the whole conversation. He knows the boss is a threat to his family, to his life, and so goes there to make sure this guy doesn't come back. So this man, despite the fact hasn't been assassinating people for 5 years, has converted the shop into basically a U.S. National Guard Forces base. There are so many guns in this one shop. He has to go MIB with it. Men in Black. I am not even joking. It is just insane how much firepower this guy has. They honestly underestimated this guy like crazy. I've heard the saying, complete annihilation. Dodoria, if you please.
Complete annihilation.
Yeah, but this is ridiculous. And on top of that, Sakamoto does the same thing that his student does in the movie. He takes out the boss. And we all know how that turned out, and we know how it's going to turn out here. More assassins are coming. By the end, Shin is taken into work at the Sakamoto shop, basically becoming the puppy that John Wick gets at the end of the first movie. And you know what? This is just the beginning. It's gonna get crazier. It's gonna get nuts. You know it, I know it, the floorboards know it. Hell, I'm pretty sure the bullets themselves know it, and they're getting ready to clock in. If you want to see what happens next, stay tuned for the next breakdown. You won't want to miss it, because this is gonna get far worse.